Hello,
All
CFA
right, welcome
Nation.
back to CFA Cricket for Americans. We know you chose us because that awesome thumbnail. Nick.
He's only giving me a hard time about the thumbnail because it's my thing with the with the new little, Hollywood plaque or whatever. Where it does the intros or
The
whatever.
marquee, man. You gotta have
But
it.
it's Star Wars, and I'm super geeky, so it is what it is. Anyway, Nick, why don't you tell
Aren't we
everybody
all?
what we're going to be reacting to today?
All right. So if you are a patron, you are in luck. We had this great idea from one of our patrons, Arav, and he said, why don't you do like a reaction and then the videos you can't put on YouTube, you can put that on your Patreon page, and then you can save the discussion for the YouTube channel for CFA. So I said, brilliant idea to myself. I haven't even responded to him yet. Brilliant idea. So that's what we're going to do. So if you're a patron, you get to see the entire reaction. If you are a regular viewer on YouTube, thank you so much for coming to our channel and checking out our videos. You're not going to be able to see the video as we're reacting to it, but we'll put the link in the description box below. And if you have a second device, you can have that video on there and you can watch our reaction. We've had some suggestions from many people in the past that says, hey, why don't you do something like that for the copyright videos? So that's what we're going to try out today. We hope you like this idea. And if you don't, we really like the idea. So we're going to check it out. So the video we're looking at today it's from the English and Wales Cricket Board. It's called English Smash World Record 481 in 6 wickets, England versus Australia in 2018 highlights. Now, we had a comment from a man named Neil. What's up, Neil? And he said, I like your channel, discovered you recently, but you don't have any England content on your channel. And I thought to myself, you know what? He's absolutely right. Now, there's other countries' cricket videos that we haven't gotten to either, but England is a cricket beast. They, the originators, for crying out loud. So this is for Neil. This is for anyone that's an England fan. Here at CFA, we want to learn about all cricket, not just India, not just Australia, even though we just finished the test. So with all that being said, let's get into this reaction. And for those of you on YouTube, then you're just going to see us without the video, but I already explained that. And let's get to this in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that HD. Gotta like that.
That's your boy.
Woo! Man, that was high. It was like at his ears. Another one. Jeez Louise.
Whew.
Oh, these umpires are the best at delaying it. Oh, missed. Jason Roy. Nice. Half century. Ooh. Extra cover. Jeez. A little tap.
Oh,
he got him. Jeez.
He's out.
There's that one kid, Jai Richardson. I think that's his name. Look at that. They have 200 runs now with 1 wicket. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Bairstow. Oh, yeah. Made the catch.
That's one thing I don't like about cricket, though, that they've said that even when the ball goes into the crowds, you got to give it back. What? That's my souvenir.
That's like Tim Payne right there. They got 300 runs on 1 wicket.
Wow.
My gosh. Bairstow's a beast. You go, Finch. Gee, another century.
Finchy.
Woo!
Oh, Tim Payne. He booted that. Oh.
Jeez.
Dude, I never heard of this Morgan kid.
I haven't heard of any of these guys, to tell you the truth. Wow. Oh, that's a can of corn.
Jeez, 481 for 6.
Jeez. Such a big score. There you go. Ooh.
I expect to see your boy Jeffrey Archer here soon.
Stoinis.
We know that look from JL. That's nice.
Yeah, that's good. Jeez. So you probably noticed our reactions were a little different because we were, sometimes trying to pinpoint that timing with pressing that play button, even by a few seconds makes a difference. But nonetheless, the interesting thing is I believe this took place during that whole test filming because when we started watching the test, JL was hired and he's there as their coach.
2018, right.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Maybe this was a little bit after the test was over. I'm not sure. I don't specifically remember this match, but I remember them playing against England. Anyways, going back to Neil's comment, we don't know a lot about the England team like we do maybe some other teams. And so you see these names like Morgan and Hales and Bairstow. Oh my gosh, right. Bairstow. I could have so much fun with that name, like a bear or whatever, a beast. I mean, that guy was just killing it. You had all these guys going for half centuries, going for centuries. Their team, their batsmen, I don't know much about their bowlers. Their batsmen, according to this video and other videos that we've seen, and even from the test, they're a bunch of beasts. They got Stokes too. We even see Stokes in that.
That's
but they have some serious batsmen.
Again, and that's how perception is everything, right? They made it seem, or at least on the test anyway, where Stokes was like the best hitter. Now, maybe Stokes isn't even on this team. Maybe this is the ODI. No, they said this test, right? This is a test series.
I think it was an ODI match, though.
So maybe if it's ODI, maybe he's not
on.
It
was ODI, so it wasn't.
So maybe he's not on the ODI team, right? Because we also didn't see Jeffrey Archer there. But those are the names we're familiar with, and they highlighted how good those two players in particular were for England. But I'm sure, listen, when you are on the national team for any for any country, you are the best of the best of the best. My nephew, or actually it's Savannah's nephew, John Raquejo Jr. I think we'll talk about him before on this channel. This kid's been on the U.S. national team for men's soccer since he was 14. He played men's 14, 15, 16, 17U. He went pro. He had a choice. He had a full ride to go to UCLA or go pro. He went pro. He played for the Tijuana Cholos. He played for the LA Galaxy 2. Matter of fact, I've sent you pictures before. You can clip one in here. But the point is, this kid since he was a kid for 14. We're talking about when he's a monster in his entire town and Carpinteria and Santa Barbara. He was so good. He had to travel with his club team to go find other players to play with, and you know what I'm saying, and other places out there in California. We're talking about Santa Barbara. They would go up to Rancho Cucamonga, different areas to play. And when he would go, he had a battle for his spot because it's the same thing. Everyone that's on that men's U15 and U16 and U17 team, those are all absolute monsters. They're the best of the best of the best. They represent the best of anyone in that region. You know what I'm saying? So for you to make the national team, bro, you've got to be a monster. You've got to be, you know, better than the average bear, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Which is why it's impressive to me. One of the and I had this discussion with you. One of the teams we've already done a couple of reviews on was the West Indies, and you know, full disclosure, I'm part Dominican, part Puerto Rican, which is also in the Caribbean. So I was like, oh wow, you know, I had never heard of cricket, and obviously Dominican, they don't have any Dominican players on there or Puerto Rican players on there, but I was still like, you know, felt some kinship to them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let me check out this team. So it's impressive that the West Indies even made some noise because, again, these are small islands with very small populations. When you're talking about Australia, when you're talking about England, when you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? They've got a much larger player pool to select from than obviously, you know what I'm saying, like the West Indies or something like that. India, of course, 1 billion people. Bro, you play for India, you're the best of the best of the best because you got a lot of competition. You know what I'm saying? So, again, that's why we made that comment, or I've made that comment in the past. But I mean, man, it was really cool to see. It looked to me, at least, like they play a little bit more like the American players, the Aussies. And I think maybe that was a JL thing where he always would say, we're going to carry ourselves as respectable blokes and respectable mates. We're going to go out there and play cricket the right way, where you kind of see that the English got a little bit of flair, man, because a couple guys, when they hit those sixers, you know, kind of like the West Indies, they were posing, you know what I'm saying, and admiring their work. And in baseball, anyway, that's a no-no because, you know, it gets the other team upset. And I'm sure it's the same thing in cricket.
Yeah, you know, you got me worried, or you got me thinking. We talk about population and whatnot. I'm a huge numbers guy. I love numbers, and so when you talk about population geography, it gets me going. So I just did a little Google search, and I was even surprised myself. The West Indies says about 42 million population. England about 55 million population. Australia is half of that, 24 million population. You compare that to India, that's 1.3 billion. I mean, talk about Australia. That's pretty impressive. They're able to find those players in that 24 million when they have a smaller pool of players that go by. And to your point, India, I mean, everybody loves cricket, for crying out loud, for the most part in India. But it's super impressive, but it's kind of the new age. There's so many guys who are the best. They're trying to get on the team. Again, I'm so glad that Neil made that comment and got me thinking, like, yes, let's venture out. Let's look at some other teams that we haven't given some credit to. 481 runs on 6 wickets, which means they ran out of their overs. I won't say they declared, but it's not test. They ran out of their overs. And then Australia, they were getting off on the right foot. They were like over 100 runs with 1 wicket. Like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is just the pitch today. We're going to go strong. But then they came short 234 runs. I mean, 234 runs, they came short or something like that. That is just unbelievable. They almost put a 300 in an ODI game, or maybe not. Yeah, almost like a 250 or something like that. And they were still 230 shy. I mean, that is just a day at the yard right there.
And it was cool to be able to recognize some of the players, like Travis Head obviously was playing there. We're like, oh, there's Travis Head. And,
saw Maxwell's name, saw Richardson's name.
John Richardson. But, you know, bro, I just cannot wait. And this is just being absolutely candid. I cannot wait for live sports. Full disclosure, I've been watching the Premier League in soccer, and it's going to be weird. I don't know if you've been following any like Premier League and stuff like that. I know you're not the biggest soccer or international football fan, but bro, without fans in the stands, there's like something like, you know what I mean? It's almost like the players are moving at half speed. And I'm watching a game the other day. I want to say it was Tottenham versus not Man United, but another United. Anyway, make a long story short, there was this play where the player gets, which is horrible, and even the officials say this should not count. And this rule was, when it was written, it was poorly written, where if you get pushed by a defender, you fall down and the ball deflects off of you and your team scores a goal, even though you didn't intend to do it, it's still going to be a handball, and so it will be a no goal. And it was a 1-0. That was a goal to tie up. Same thing. He got pushed from behind. The ball grazed off his it was like his elbow. So while he's on the ground, they call it a handball, and of course Tottenham did not get the goal to tie the game. If fans were there, bro, they would have been going nuts. They would have been giving it to the officials, but it was like, and even the players were like, You know, the only people going nuts, it was the announcers. Like, this is ridiculous. This rule needs to be changed. How is that the fault of the player? He was pushed from behind. Who cares if it's a free kick because it was a foul? You just took away a goal. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's gonna be weird when you start watching. I know they keep saying baseball. They keep saying I don't know, man. A lot of players are now opting out, so I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Sports, yep.
Same thing with basketball. I'm hoping it happens. But even when cricket starts, and some of our subscribers have told us, yeah, cricket's gonna start playing
very soon.
Very soon. If there's no fans there, man, it's like, I don't know, the game is missing something. But I don't care. Fans or no fans, I'm going to watch because, like I said, bro, I've been watching Korean baseball and Premier League soccer. I just need sports in my life.
Dude, and by the time we post this, more than likely those games have already happened. But you got Pakistan playing, I think, against England. You got West Indies playing, I think, against England very, very soon. Anyways, but those things are coming very soon. And I heard it's something like on Willow TV, which I'm not sure what that is, but I got to look into that and see how we can get access to that because, you know, not just, you know, what's good for our channel, but what's good for our minds and our sports hearts or whatever. We just got to get some of that action. But it's cool to learn about these players. If you're a fan of England cricket, let us know what are your favorite players in ODI format, in test format. Let me know, let us know, what are some of the players that we didn't get to see their names there that are the best, especially the bowlers. I don't know much about the bowlers besides my man Archer. Let us know what else is out there. Let us know what videos you want us to do. Since we're doing this new kind of format, if there's a video you want us to react to, again, we're going to put it on our Patreon. We'll put the discussion here in our channel. Let us know in the comment section, and we will get to it. We're so excited about this idea. Thank you so much, Arav. I'm so mad I didn't think about it, or Gabe didn't think about it. Shame on you, Gabe. But anyways.
Everybody knows I'm not the brains of the operation, okay?
Oh, that is so not true. But he's so humble at the same time. We hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.